Hello everyone, it's Anthony Bandiero, attorney and senior legal instructor for Blue Gold Law Enforcement Training, bringing another Roadside Chat. Let's talk about a video that somebody sent me and they said, hey, is this legal? What do you think about this? I have some opinions on it. So it's basically, I'm gonna show you the video, but it's essentially a video about, and I don't have the backstory here. So I'm only gonna give you my feedback based on what I see. That's all I can do, right? But from what I know about the case, it's a loud party, it's a loud music complaint. You can actually hear the music blasting as the cops arrive at this apartment complex. They knock on the door. This male and a female answer the door. They kind of go back and forth about, he's talking about, maybe I like my music this loud, right? It doesn't really make the cops probably too happy that he's not really acknowledging how inconsiderate this is for his fellow neighbors. Regardless, they're going to get into kind of a verbal pissing match, and then the officer is going to ultimately make entry in order to arrest him. Let's watch it. Let's talk about a few things that I just, in my brain, I would be considering whether or not this is going to be lawful under the Fourth Amendment. Okay? All right, let's watch it.
Last one, not here. I'm stuck there. We can sure get some place. It's the police. Open the door. Hey.
Hey, man.
All right.
The reason your music's that loud?
Because we want to get out.
Okay, well, it's illegal.
All right.
You have your ID on you?
You don't got it?
Yes, it's a noise complaint, so we have to issue you guys a written warning. So we have to have an ID for the written warning.
Excuse me. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so we'll just turn it down. We don't know it's that loud.
We still need an ID.
Okay.
I don't got my ID on.
Okay, what's your name? What's your name?
What's your name, though?
Yeah, we're fine. We drinking right now. You don't care about none of this. We was
Okay.
just wondering.
Okay.
But you have to, if somebody has to issue, no, the door's not closing. Somebody has to issue the
Okay,
name for the
man, I
warrant.
got you. It's Michelle.
Okay, that's what. Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Is this your apartment?
This is my apartment.
Okay, you can't shut the door.
I'm not shutting the door. I'm just closing it.
It's not being closed.
It's not getting closed.
I'm going to do this at your house when I find out where you stay, too.
Okay.
Babe, give me your car key. I gotta go get my car.
You really don't have to.
Legally, you do have to.
Legally, I don't want to hear your mouth.
Legally, you have
Legally, I
to.
don't want to hear your mouth.
Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta go put on something.
15, can you be in route?
This door is going to stay open, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get your ID if you can. The door is going to stay open. We're going to
Both parties are very signal 35.
for the noise ordinance violation, okay?
Okay, could y'all just give me 1 second?
The door stays open.
No, there's no problem about the door. So just give me 1
Yes,
second.
you're good.
The door not gonna be closed.
Okay.
The door not gonna be shut. So y'all everybody just calm down.
We're very calm. We're just waiting for you guys to get your ID.
Give me 1 second. Let me put on something.
So knowing that when we first moved here, we wouldn't even been here, you know what I'm saying? So y'all disrespecting us.
We're not disrespecting you guys. You're violating a noise ordinance.
If I do this at your house, because I can do it at both your house, just to let y'all know. I'm like that.
That's fine.
You understand that?
Okay.
You understand that? I'm like that.
What's your name, sir?
Yeah.
I need your ID as well.
You don't. I'm just
Yes,
talking
I
to you
do.
because you talking to me in my house and my door. I'm a little drunk, you know.
Yeah.
You feeling good. I'm with my fiance having a good night.
Okay.
Don't come ruin my night.
Do not put your hand in my face.
You're at my door.
I need your ID.
For a lawful reason.
Because you guys got drugs right there on the counter in plain view.
I'm saying.
A lawful reason.
So now we're-
Listen, sir. I can wear your badge just like you're wearing your badge.
I
But
don't
you don't have a
understand what
badge.
that has to do with the
I'm
conversation.
just saying he wanted
Ma'am.
to say something.
Please sit down.
Okay,
I'm talking to him. Yeah, you.
Let's just go over here.
No.
This
Leave
door
the
is
open.
I'm
No, I need you to grab your ID.
I don't got my ID.
Then what's your name? If you don't have your ID, what's your name?
You legally have to identify yourself.
This door isn't shutting,
My
okay?
name is Cornelius.
You're about to go in
Is this
handcuffs.
how this is going to go, okay?
You're about to go in handcuffs.
Just calm down.
Provide your name or you're going in handcuffs.
Let me handle this.
Well, it doesn't have to be like this. You can just give us your name, okay?
Let me handle this and we can go ahead and get this over with.
Provide your name, sir, or you're going in handcuffs. That's your last warning. You don't provide your name?
Can I say my name?
I'm asking you. You're a grown man, you can answer a question. So again, what is your name?
Are you gonna answer her?
Babe.
My name is Decordius. What's your name?
My name's Officer Teets. What's your last name?
What's your last name?
What? Turn around.
No.
See, look, now you want to do the most.
Turn around.
No, it's just, no, babe, no. Look. Babe, calm down.
Stop.
Calm down. No.
You're not to the Stop.
Please, back up. Get on the ground. On the ground. Back up.
Look, I'm not doing
Put your hands behind your back right now.
Calm down.
You're about to get tased. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Still got me fucked up.
Put your hands behind your back.
Hey, look, calm down. I got everything on record.
Put your hands behind your back.
Calm down. No, look, everyone's hit.
I'm about to tase you.
Look, he just.
Madison, move.
No, excuse him. He's just a little drunk. No! What is y'all doing? He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. No, please stop. He's not doing
Taser
anything.
deployed.
Excuse me. I'm not on that. It's on record. I'm not on her. She's coming back. Hey, don't touch
Give me your phone.
Do not touch my phone. This is my property. This is my property. Please don't touch me.
Okay, turn around.
I'm not doing that.
Turn around.
What am I doing? What are you doing? I'm not touching you. Everything is on record.
Calm down, okay? Calm down. You got probes in you. You have probes in you. Calm down.
I'm not doing
Okay,
anything.
don't move. I understand that. You have probes in you. You have probes in you, okay? You have probes in you.
Hey,
I haven't done nothing to you. Everything.
I got thugs in my door. Somebody come get these thugs.
She's trying to take my phone. Everything is on
Somebody come get these thugs.
I'm gonna set you up, all right? Man,
Y'all see?
stay. Stay. You have probes in you. You need to stay still, okay?
Y'all seen her.
Hey, right here.
Y'all seen her right there. This to me. I haven't even done anything.
And we told you several times to
Yes, and I
stop.
told you.
And we
I was
told you
going to
several
get
times to
my
stop.
It's on record, though. I haven't done
Yeah, I got on record as well.
Exactly. I haven't done nothing to her.
Listen to me. You have probes in
Stop
you.
talking to me about probes. I don't care. I want my cell phone. I need to call my mom.
Listen to me. Stop doing this.
I haven't done nothing to her. Man, just calm down. I haven't even done nothing to
All right. So let's talk about just from my wheelhouse, right? The search and seizure issues there. So we have a call for service, loud music. Clearly, when the officers arrive, the music is incredibly loud. I guess he has a studio in there. And so there is there's an ongoing nuisance. That's why I have zero issue with pounding on the door. That may actually be part of the knock and talk too, just because you got to get, reasonably get their attention. But regardless, nobody's gonna argue that was inappropriate. The officers have the authority all day to pound on that door, to get their attention, have them answer. When they did answer, they turned down the music, right? So to me, it looks like we go back to regular knock and talk rules, which is that implied license to have a conversation with somebody at their door. And so now, where does the home begin and where does open fields start, right? So where's that separation point? Well, this is called the threshold. The threshold is a case called U.S. versus Santana, where the U.S. Supreme Court essentially said that the door frame, this was kind of clarified a little bit later in later cases, but the door frame is where the dividing line is from the home to the outside of the home. And outside that home could be curtilage, so there could be issues there, or it could be an open field like a common hallway, which is we see here. So the point is that in Santana, she was a drug dealer and she was selling drugs from her door frame, again, like the threshold. And she had a sidewalk in front of her house. And they said, hey, you're under arrest. She pretty much runs into the house. They chase her. They call that hot pursuit. And she's like, well, it's not hot pursuit because it did not start from a public place, right? And so that would be a good argument. But the U.S. Supreme Court said, well, that's a divided line. You were actually in that particular place, which is between the house and the outside. So when they said you're under arrest and then you ran into your house, you're actually legally, that hot pursuit started from a public place. Public, again, there was no curtilage issues involved in Santana, so that's not going to be a point here. Now, when they put hands on this person, right, on the man, when they put hands on him, was he inside the house, the apartment, or outside the apartment? And the answer, he was inside. Okay, they reached in and grabbed him. Now, they had their reasons. He's not being compliant. He's not giving his name. He's kind of being a smart ass with the whole, I like my music that loud. And he's like, so, you're kind of disrupting your neighbors. So they're already off to a bad start here. But at the end of the day, I call this body snatching. If we're going to reach into a residence and try to grab somebody out, what would give us the authority to do that? Well, we teach a acronym here at Blue to Gold. It's called CREW. And CREW means that every time you have a search or seizure, you have to have some CREW. One, you can have consent. Well, clearly, this is not going to be a consent case. Consent is like when you're searching cars and you're searching people and houses. Well, this is not a consent. He clearly does not want to be detained by the police, okay? The next thing is a recognized exception. But remember that every entry into a home that's not based on consent has to be based on some form of urgency, exigency. Do you see that here? Do you see anything that is a legitimate, objectively reasonable exigency? Do you see any destruction of evidence? Do you see any people are in danger? Do you see any escape risk? What are we going to articulate here, right? Now, I don't see it. I mean, what, are you going to put the music back up? Finally, if you don't have a recognition exception, the W in CREW is warrant. So, I'm not saying these cops, did the wrong thing. I don't know the whole story, okay? I don't know what they're going to articulate. I'm just telling you what I see here. And I'm not talking about qualified immunity. That's not what I'm really after. I'm after, hey, did the cops do the right thing ab initio, right from the beginning, okay? I don't want post hoc. Let's start throwing some Latin words out there, right? I don't want a post hoc justification and qualified immunity and so forth. I want ab initio. I want the cops to do the right thing from the very beginning. And I will tell you, I got my concerns. I know human performance. I know that this is a hard one to allow this guy to close the door on you. But at the end of the day, he is in the most protected area under the Fourth Amendment. And there is no more ongoing nuisance since he turned down the music. And you're like, well, I don't know who he is. How am I going to get a warrant? Well, you describe him the best way you can. Anthony, are you saying that we have to get an arrest warrant for this guy? Arrest warrant for playing his music? I think so. Again, I'm trying to think about if we went to the U.S. Supreme Court, what are they going to say? I just can't. Based on all these cases that they have decided, we have a guy in Lang versus California who is bumping music, doesn't pull over for CHP, pulls into his garage, shuts the door. And the Supreme Court said that may have been allowed. They didn't really analyze it properly, so it had to be kicked back to the lower court. But the cop called it hot pursuit, and the U.S. Supreme Court said that's not necessarily hot pursuit because you need exigency. So that seems driving into the garage, seems like a lot more serious. It is serious. I mean, the guy's in a motor vehicle; he's not stopping. Seems a little more serious than this guy bumping his music and being a little sarcastic with his answers. So I just want you to think about it. This is a tough one. This is one of those ones where the cops it's a very tough situation to be, and you've got to be very, very mature, which these cops seem, you know, overall mature, but you got to be very mature, and you got to be able to recognize when you've been legally beat. That's what we talk about here at Blue to Gold. Recognize when you've been legally beat, when the suspect happens to have the cards in their favor and they are able to trump, to supersede what your authority is, right? You may not have the authority to enter that home. Again, we don't know. We're going to have to see the facts as they play out. But it's something to consider. All right? In this case, I'd be concerned. The best practice would have been to let them close the door. As again, you can disagree with me all you want, and please, but tell me why. If you disagree, tell me why, and also give me a case that says that people can't close the door during a noise complaint when the music has already been shut off. I would love to see that case. I have not seen it in over 20 years of legal research, but if it does exist out there, I would like to know what it is. So there's your little video evaluation for the day. I hope you like what I'm doing around here. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. At least talk about these issues. How about that? Even if you disagree, okay, that's fine. We're all friends. But talk about it. How's it going to play out for you? I will tell you that, and I'll put this in the description, there is a U.S. versus Swindell where the 11th Circuit was dealing with an issue where an officer had a mandatory arrest TPO violation, temporary protective order. The suspect was at his parents' house. That's where he's living now, but he went to the marital home he violated the protective order. The officer essentially went into the home, or, crossed the threshold to pull him out, to arrest him for that mandatory arrest TPO violation. And the Swindell court said that that was a clear violation of the Fourth Amendment. That TPO did not give the officer the authority to enter his home to pull him out. And that seems like a way more serious case than we're dealing with here, right? Now, if he was at the marital home, or if there was exigency, change the facts, change the answer. But I'm just telling you, I don't see it. Okay? Now, finally, if you want to try to get this right every time, because getting it wrong can have disastrous consequences, then I need you to attend our training. And a lot of our training is free. We actually have a free class every Wednesday, usually at 6 p.m. If you can attend, please do. If you can't, no problem. Sign up anyway at bluetogold.com. Sign up anyway, and then put your information there, and I'll send you a link to watch a video. So no matter what, you get to watch my training for free. Okay? Okay. Until next time, my friends, you stay safe.